Sustainability can seem like a dream in Alberta's Northern and First Nations, Métis and Inuit communities. But a sustainable education workforce can be a reality. How? Through community-based teacher education programs. Passionate teachers who understand their students and their community are fundamental to student success.
What we've seen here in rural northern Alberta is a growing trend where our schools have become a revolving door for teachers, and the teacher turnover is so prevalent that it's occurring year after year. And a lot of time it's new teachers, beginning teachers looking to get certified, which is understandable. They come into our schools, they stay for a year, and then they're gone. And of course this trend is alarming, because as educators we understand that the research tells us that in educating our children, one of the most important things is consistency, stability.
I think understanding our culture, our background in Northern Alberta is extremely important for our educators. And so when we live in rural Alberta, especially in the north, we're living in our communities, we have a sense of community, our families are here, our support networks are here.
Family is important to me because you have that support. And if I was to leave the community, there's just no way I could do it, because then I wouldn't have that support system from my family helping me. They're always there when I need them, and even when I don't.
Understanding that, you appreciate that people want to stay in their communities. They want to give back to their communities. So to have teachers that are from the Aboriginal community to inspire hope in our Aboriginal youth, it's important that they remain in the north and encourage our youth to follow through some of their dreams.
I feel I'd be a good teacher because I know all the students. I know their family. I take everything into consideration. I'm not just there from 9 till 3. I'm there all the time. They see me around the community. I see them. I interact with them all the time, so I know what's going on with them. And I'm not there just to teach them. I'm there to listen, help them in any way I can. A lot of students, they know that with my volunteer duties, I'm always talking to them about the future, what they want to be, their goals in life, and I tell them about me, what I've done so far, how I do it, why I do it, with school, with my fire department, with parenting, how I manage to juggle it all. And they ask me how I do it, and I say because you have to have that love, that passion, that dedication, determination, and just go for it. I feel they need somebody that will guide them in their goals, and I want to be that person. If they need something, I'll be there.
Teachers from the communities really bring another perspective to education. Many of them continue to become strong leaders in the communities. So yes, they are wonderful teachers, but they also become leaders in another way. They bring a larger, more global learning to their communities, to their school divisions, and to the students.
I hope I accomplish a lot more. I just feel learning doesn't stop. I just want to keep learning. The more I learn, I feel the more I can bring to my community.
Right now the program is primarily computer-based. Moodle, it's an internet-based platform where our students can go online at their own time, whenever they like. They work through the courses, and the courses are structured no different from the way they would be at the university level or at the University of Alberta. So they're doing the same content, the same instructors. In fact, we have university professors working with the students. In addition to the Moodle-based program, we have Illuminate, which is an online meeting place where our students meet with their instructors once a week online. They're able to talk with them, and go over course content. And that's another unique thing about this delivery, because at the university, they wouldn't have that benefit of being able to talk to their professors.
People ask me, how come you don't become a teacher? And I say, I can't leave my community. I can't uproot my children and my family and leave my extended family behind for 4 years. And then it would be too hard. I would lose my sense of belonging also. I would feel probably scared, lost in the city. I've lived away from home for 10 years already, and I've moved back. That's where the heart is. If the program hadn't come into my community, I probably would have worked in a daycare or be a TA, but nothing as huge as getting my Bachelor's of Education.
With this format here, our students have a personal relationship with their instructors, and they can talk with them, question them, and it makes the learning much more easier for the students and for the instructors.
The community is very supportive, very, very supportive. Sometimes you go out and say, I don't know if I can do this anymore. Another year goes by, another semester goes by, I don't know. Oh, you can do it, you can do it. We can't wait for you to finish. That's their attitude.
It's successful, I think, it's because of the closeness to the communities for these students to be supported. They're supported by their families a lot more, their peers, and also the professionals that are in the area that are Aboriginal. We have a staff body of 32 that most of them are Aboriginal in our school. And once they've heard the principals supporting them that they should go to university and get their degrees, they have a tendency of following suit.
My dad was a chief for the band for 12 years, so we had a very good childhood. But there were relatives that I have that did not have it as good as I did, as we did, my family and I did. So growing up on a reserve and seeing that, and still seeing that, those hardships, I want to go into the school and into the classroom and teach the children that it doesn't have to be that way.
When you're from a small community or the reserve, you know a lot of people and you know what goes on in the community. And I think Lisa went through a lot of hardships at the beginning, and when she knew that she can come through all of these hardships, I don't think there was any question that she could go through a university program in her mind.
That's one of the primary things, is the sustainability. Having teachers in our communities that are going to stay in our communities for more than a year. And this way, I think, hopefully, we're going to see a cycle where our children are going to see their community members teaching in their schools, and hopefully they're going to see that as answering the question for them. When they come up with the inevitable question, can I do it? They're going to have people in their communities that have proven that it can be done.
As a teacher, I want to show the students who they can be, who they can become, that they are good people. Don't look at what's around them, but look ahead. That's what I want to teach my students.
Seeing so many teachers coming into our communities and staying for a year and leaving, I really think our children are being, I guess, shortchanged, because they take the entire year just to grow accustomed to this new person coming into the community. And a lot of the learning itself isn't taking place because of that. So when the teacher is gone at the end of the year and a new teacher comes into a school, they've got to basically start that process all over again. And there's no consistency, no stability, and this is without a doubt affecting our students' ability to learn.
I really do believe it takes a village to raise a child. Coming from a big center in Saskatchewan to a small town, I was really concerned about the transition. But what I liked was I had a much more active role in my children's education, and it was much easier for me to be a more active role in their things they did in the community. Being in education, working with the school board through education and watching the growth and the development of both teachers and students, and seeing how much the community itself contributes to the education of children, it was just important for me to be a part of that.
They have always used technology. We have university transfer students right from high level, Fort Vermilion, right as far south as Swan Hills and Athabasca. So in order to bring together large enough groups to create a class, we use technology to make classes, to make groups of students who are used to going to class. They call it going to class together, even though they are very far apart. And it's a way to get where you would never get to complete their degree.
I think the major accomplishment was being able to network with the other members. I've expanded my circle of friends, and the experiences that I've had go beyond what I've learned in the classroom. It's widened my knowledge and experience of where I live. I've gained a huge sense of pride in where we live and what we have to offer in our areas. And it's beautiful here, and I like being part of it. I like the fact that I've done it this far and I'm that close to almost being finished. But most importantly for me, it was the networking and the connections I've made with the people in the different communities and in the program as well. My children, grandchildren, and the kids in my community see that learning doesn't end at grade 12, that it really is a lifelong journey. Every opportunity you have, take it. Every chance you have to learn, take advantage of it, and every opportunity that's presented to you, challenge it and make the most of who you can be.
I cannot stress enough that our students are my heroes, who look after their families, who look after their work, and do well. And it's like, yay!
Distance education is a challenge in and of itself, but it opens up so many doors and opportunities for so many individuals. Being able to bring it to our communities and give them an opportunity, give children and students an opportunity to see how much potential there is without the fear of going to a bigger center. The social aspect and the connections they make in a big center is an amazing opportunity. But sometimes staying home and being able to do it all is even more rewarding.
With this program, we're going to have that stability, consistency, and I think it's going to be great for not only our students, our kids in our communities, it's going to be great for our upcoming teachers who are from the community. Like, it's exciting. I'm looking forward to looking ahead, I guess, at seeing this process working when these students are in the schools, because I think it's going to be amazing once they do get into the schools.